It's your wet dream in there.
Okay.
You're going in first, alone.
Get a sense of what we're dealing with and give me a report.
I live by my father's law.
No! Morgan! Morgan! Don't do this!
What's wrong? Are you okay?
Just stay away. Please. Stay away.
Stay away. Just stay away from me.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm gonna go get some air, like you said.
Dexter is a liar, and the family business was on full display. Dexter explains his darkness to Harrison using the previously unseen flashback of Mr. Wiggles. For the first time, Dexter is being open with Harrison about who he really is. But even here, Dexter is conveniently omitting facts and outright lying at times. The biggest lie being Dexter's claim that he killed Trinity because of what he did to his mother. But this is total BS, because as we know, Dexter finally killed Trinity before he was even aware of Rita's death. At first, Dexter tells the Wiggles tale up until the point he kills him, instead noting he merely scared him. Harrison thinks his dad is Batman. Harrison later seems startled to learn Kurt is a serial killer, and he instinctually wants to report Kurt's attempt on his life to the police. Then Dexter is later desperate to hear Harrison wants to kill, but they continue tiptoeing. Harrison then admits Dexter was right about Ethan, which now completely debunks my mistaken belief that Harrison did not have a dark passenger in the same context as Dexter. Harrison eventually figures out that Dexter killed Wiggles, and Dexter is overjoyed. Harrison even considerately points out that Dexter is saving lives, and he later even wanted Dad to teach him how to pick a lock, a task Harrison crudely accomplished on his own, whereas Dexter executed far more smoothly with surgical-like precision. Harrison then seems on board with watching Dexter kill Kurt. They eventually set their trap, and Harrison seems perfectly fine watching the kill. He seemed rather happy watching, until he saw the blood flow. But this wasn't like when Harry was horrified by the monster he created when he saw Dexter in action, a sight that led Harry to committing suicide. Harrison's moment of panic seemed more like Dexter's reaction when his brother Brian had set up a crime scene to remind him of what they went through when they were forced to watch their mother die. All episode long, the common theme played out where Dexter's inner Deb monologue knows he's making a huge mistake. Instinctually, Dexter knows that teaching Harrison to be like him is the last thing he should ever do. But Dexter doesn't care. Because he's selfish, and because the idea of having this deep family bond with his son is too irresistible. Dexter scolds his inner Deb monologue for suggesting jail might be better than encouraging Harrison's dark passenger. But now, all Dexter has done is made his son an accomplice to murder, where he now potentially risks jail time anyway. The family business is the happiest we've ever seen Dexter, from suggestively manipulating his son into becoming the same type of monster, to being overjoyed as he chopped up the body and cleared the scene of Kurt's henchmen, to the bond he forms with his son when he continues to affirm they have a shared murderous rage. Dexter was loving every second. This is undoubtedly the highest point in his life with establishing any type of bond, short of the one he had with Harry and one he's desperately been trying to suppress for 10 long years. But this one seems even more precious to Dexter, as he is eager to pass his wisdom down to his offspring. The fact that Dexter had these wonderful moments here in episode 9 leads me to believe he is royally screwed in episode 10. The end is near, and Dexter seems primed to go down. Now, I've been wrong about plenty this season. I was wrong about the helicopter pilot being the killer. I was wrong about Harrison not having a dark passenger. And now I think I'm wrong about Harrison dying too. I was convinced that Harrison would get killed in front of Dexter just like the majestic white buck, and I believe that this shot was foreshadowing Harrison's inevitable demise. But Kurt's out of the picture now, and the final obstacle remains Chief Angela Bishop. That might be the one prediction I have left that may possibly prove true, and previews for next week perhaps suggest as much, but maybe not. Angela has connected enough pieces that she almost certainly suspects Dexter might be the Bay Harbor Butcher, and it remains to be seen whether they will adequately address the M99 ketamine discrepancy. It would be extremely disappointing if they do not. But that aside, you would logically think at this point in the story that Angela might want to give Batista a call and say, hey, you know that guy Dexter you thought died? Well, I've been dating him, and I think he might be the Bay Harbor Butcher. That's all it would really take at this point to convince Batista, and regardless of any of that, she received a tip that Jim killed Matt, and who knows how well Dexter cleaned up after those two bodies. He was on cloud 9, so maybe he's a little rusty. Too many tuna sandwiches. Incidentally, I still hope we see more Batista, and I'm hopeful for cameos from Matthews, Masuka, and old Harry himself. With the threat of Kurt now gone, and Angela being the last known huge obstacle, figuring out Harrison's role in all of this is more perplexing than ever. Will he still die in front of Dexter? Perhaps the victim of a manhunt chasing our favorite serial killer? That would fit the collateral damage theme they've been pushing all season, where by being around Harrison, he inherently puts him in danger. But that entire theme takes on new life now that Harrison is an accomplice to murder. Maybe Harrison will get arrested, and they'll nail him dead to rights. Maybe Dexter and Harrison will both go to jail, or both get killed. Is it possible Dexter and Harrison will have a happy fairy tale ending, and that this is all a gigantic ruse to relaunch the series? I don't know, but I don't think so. For starters, I'm not sure Michael C. Hall wants to be tied to the character for an extended period, as he has a lot of creative endeavors, and he might be interested in new and more challenging roles. I, for one, thought the whole reason Clyde and Michael got involved in this project was specifically to kill Dexter off. That was the entire point of bringing it back, wasn't it? Closure, breaking the internet, a tearjerker ending, giving fans the ending we deserve instead of that silly lumberjack ending. I always assumed by the way Dexter New Blood was pitched that the entire purpose of the limited series was to give us a real ending. Redemption. So the big question remains, will Dexter New Blood redeem the franchise to correct the wrong by the original finale, which most fans did not enjoy? Well, that remains to be seen. But whatever happens, with how reckless and careless Dexter has been all season, with him outright ignoring his instinct and defeating the entire purpose of going into seclusion, if Dexter doesn't suffer any major consequences, aren't we basically just left with the same lumberjack ending? We will know the answer soon enough. Whatever happens, I for one am fired up for the finale, the final hour in the Dexter franchise. Or is it? Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed, and have a wonderful night.
I love you too.
I want you to remember that every single day until I see you again. Daddy loves you.
How about we go get some ice cream, yeah?
Okay.
He's a lumberjack and he's okay. He sleeps all night and he works all day.
Kurt's a serial killer? How long have you known this?
I just found out.
Why didn't you tell Angela?
You're all trampling right now, so please back up.
Shit. Why does my girlfriend have to be such a good cop?
People don't just disappear. There's always a reason.
Well, you're a good cop. You'll find him.
Oh, wait. Your boyfriend, Jim, said he needed it for his goat. Vincent Van Goat. It's a cute name.
Ask me what the plan is. Ask me if you can help.
teach me how to do that? When I was 12 years old, I started having fantasies about hunting down the Trinity Killer.
Nothing is inevitable. It's already over. It's already over.
Prison might have been better in the long term.
Prison would be better? Whose side are you on?
How many times have you done this?
A lot.
How many?
In the hundreds.
So that means you've saved like thousands of innocent people.
That's right.
It's your wet dream in there.
Okay.
You're going in first, alone. Get a sense of what we're dealing with and give me a report.
I live by my father's law.
No! Morgan! Morgan! Don't do this!
What's wrong? Are you okay?
Just stay away. Please. Stay away.
Stay away. Just stay away from me.
You all right? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm gonna go get some air, like you said. I don't know. Whatever blood bond most fathers have with their kids, it's not there.
I was born in blood, just like you. I had the same violent urges. When I was your age, like you, I didn't know how to deal with them.
Sometimes a kid just ends up suffering for the choices of his father.
But my dad taught me a code. A way to channel those urges.
Damn it, Dexter. There are consequences to everything you do in life. Lose control, become powerless, and it's over.
Did you hear that? 30 bags. Do you know what that means? It means there might be a new mass murderer out there, way worse than the ice truck killer.
Your instincts were dead on. They're always dead on when it comes to killers. Why is that?
I'll just go get that report.
I'm watching you.
You performed blood work that directly led to Rodrigo walking free. I asked myself, how the hell did that happen?
The Bay Harbor Butcher took blood slides from his victims. Dexter is a blood spatter analyst, and Dokes always thought there was something off about Dexter.
You're connected to this. I don't know how, but I'm gonna find out, and some of what I find is gonna stick to your ass.
First, Kurt is creepy, and now Jim. If he wasn't your boyfriend, I would totally do a deep dive.
I was just looking more closely at the dates of James's Special Forces missions, and
We have a positive ID on the body.
And there may be an additional date which puts him out of the country.
The burn victim is Sergeant Dokes.
He says Dokes was out of the country doing classified shit when some of the BHB killings took place.
Why is Dexter in handcuffs?
I have proof he's the Bay Harbor Butcher.
Dokes is the Bay Harbor Butcher. Have you lost your mind?
It's all over the station. You tried to frame Dexter.
You know that's not true.
Do I?
Jesus fucking Christ, you're the Bay Harbor Butcher.
I really hate that name.
I always knew there was something with you. But this shit...
What can I say? You were right about me.
You want to make a change, Morgan, now's the time. All you gotta do is let me out of here. It's over, man.
It is over when I say it is!
What if Dokes was onto him? Jesus, what if Dexter is the real Bay Harbor Butcher?
What if he isn't?
End it now. Take responsibility for who you are, man. We'll go to the station together. I'll help you.
We found definitive proof in that boathouse that Dokes was the Bay Harbor Butcher, and that despite me advising you to cease and desist, you continued on this reckless course.
Then we discovered the link. They had all committed crimes they'd gotten away with.
The Bay Harbor Butcher could still be out there, still feeling all butchery.
Are you the Bay Harbor Butcher?
This is a place to talk about this. Deb?
He did this. He's the Bay Harbor Butcher. He has to be. You're a good cop. You're a good person. You're not like him. Put him down! Beg.
To his own severed head. A head which at this time has no name.
I know his name.
Is there any progress on putting up that stop sign over by Lewis's package store? That's an accident waiting to happen.
He cuts down trees, he skips and jumps, he likes to press wildflowers. He puts on women's clothing and hangs around in bars. He's a lumberjack.
Surprise, motherfucker.
I'm the Bay Harbor Butcher.